Morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with a morning grain comment. Well, it's Thursday, and a couple of issues. I think the number one is that there's a little bit of a conflict between medium-range U.S. weather maps. The American model shows some wet weather across the northern part of the U.S., still some cool temperatures and dry weather in the southern areas. But the EU model today pretty much puts a ridge over the entire Midwest and brings in warm and dry weather. If I'm a corn plant or a wheat plant, that's perfect for growing out of this wet, cool May weather. So we'll have to kind of watch and see if that could be a little negative. Obviously, if this is the start of a trend, it could be positive long term. So again, the maps are in disagreement today, which could offer some pressure early next week when we get back from the holidays if this wet, cool weather changes. We also estimated about 90% of the corn crop is planted, so it's that last 10% that we're trying to figure out if it's going to get planted, and if so, another maybe 10% of the crop or less if the yields are going to be affected by this wet, cool spring. We also note that about 60, maybe 65% of the beans should be planted, and that's close to the average amount, and we'll see if we gain any acres in beans because of this late spring in the corn. Second is kind of a technical thing. We've been in trading ranges for quite a while, and we've held support this week at the lower end of the range, and now we're starting to show a little bit of an uptick. So we'll see, number one, if the funds want to cover any of their near record short combined positions of all the grains, or if they will add to short positions once we get at the higher end of the range. Especially beans are oversold, and we'll see if the momentum turns up a little bit. Export sales somewhere in the 200,000 to 400,000 tons area for both wheat and beans, maybe 600,000 to 800,000 tons for corn. So we'll see if we're on line with those numbers, if we're a little bit below, if we're a little bit above those numbers. Also yesterday, the Fed minutes suggested they may be slow in raising U.S. interest rates, which could weigh on the dollar. That could actually help the grain market if down the road we become more competitive in prices for export. So a little bit firmer tone, not much here, and we'll see what Mother Nature has in store for us as we end the month of May. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.